next few days, the desire is to speak about a topic which interests many of us, and for some reason, out of the topic, we find that many people in the world remain negligent to the sphere, to the danger which is called the danger of shaitan. It is something that everyone, if they hear speaking of jinnat, everyone gets happy. But then about the protection that we're supposed to take from the word of the jinn, the word of the shayateen, it seems that many of us are very negligent towards it. In the Quran, Allah has discussed the word of the shayateen in the different ajza. Inshallah, every day after the Asr Salah, while we have the program here, we will discuss one juz of Quran and the lessons that Allah has given in that juz regarding the world around us and how to take our precaution. You must remember, Quran came as a message. But Quran came at that time where every previous nation, majority of the nation fell to the fitan of shaitan. There were those that in the presence of their own Nabi, they denied the Nabi. There were those who saw the destruction of previous nations. But because the trap of the shayateen was so unique, so smart, زَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَعْمَالَهُم. Shaitan was made their actions seem so beautiful. فَصَدَّهُمْ عَنِ السَّبِيلِ. So they were pushed off the road. فَهُمْ لَا يَهْتَدُونَ. They couldn't find their way back. In Quran, in different places, Allah mentioned this. And Allah explained that you will get two people or two types which both are in a problem. And the third is the one that I want me and you to become of. The first, which is the worst, is the one that Allah says, أَفَتَتَّخِذُونَهُ وَذُرِّيَّتَهُ أَوْلِيَاءَ مِنْ دُونِي وَهُمْ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ. That it seems some, and that some was speaking about the Muslim Ummah, because Quran was revealed for us. Allah says, it seems some of you have taken Iblis, the devil himself, and the progeny of the devil as your friends. وَهُمْ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ. Whereas they are your open enemy. بِئْسَ لِلظَّالِمِينَ بَدَلًا. Almighty Allah says, what oppression they have made on themselves, and how they have left their Allah and they have taken the devil as their friend. If you ask whoever took the devil as his friend, today we're seeing that kind. In the past it was hidden, it's no longer hidden. You will meet Muslim youngsters, it could be your children, who says, I entered into the devil's den. He says, I was born, they invited me into Freemasonry. They invited me into being an Illuminati. It was so thrilling. We have now met people who said, I'm a Freemason. But it's not as bad as you say. Because it's only on level 1, then there'll be level 2, level 3. We are now meeting those young Muslim boys who say, we went inside the dungeon. And he said, we saw the devil. Now they say he's inside us, he lives in us. We never thought it would happen amongst Muslims. Once upon a time amongst our Muslims, that fear was on the internet. One is a game your child plays. That game itself is bad. The television itself is bad. But the worst that could come into our houses was what was called open access to the internet. Open access to the internet meant for my child there is no barrier. He is now able to explore any world. And we have met those boys who are ready to say that the internet now no longer got any thrill. Now there is something else called the dark web. And what that dark web means is a different world. And how they get into it. And what they see on it. As that child is busy, sometimes a 4-year-old playing a game, but he's playing online. It is something that we can't understand how this internet works. But it seems sometimes that child on that online game sees things that nobody else playing that game sees. And if he tells his mother later on, he'll say, I saw that one funny thing. That one funny thing was his introduction to the shayateen. That jinn made an open approach to a child of 4 years, 5 years old. It's happening today in our houses. He becomes his friend when his mother, father are not around. And slowly the jinn starts saying to him, are you my friend? He says, I'm your friend. He talks with him online. It introduces him to other worlds. At night he thinks about it. There were those boys who committed suicide. And they wrote their last letter to their mother that my friend said to me, I have to go meet him in another world. He became such a friend at Shaitan. But the poor boy was never told there's something called the Shayateen. His parents never told him that on the computer you might find the Shaitan comes directly to you. But he will not come scary. He will come as an object. He will smile. The child will be so thrilled. And he will tell him, don't tell daddy. That is why the child from that day onwards, he will look at his parents with a very suspicious eye. Because his friend has told him that if your parents find out, they will stop our friendship. So that boy is such a thrill. And the thing is in the computer, it's moving, it's not the normal game. We never thought it would happen, but it's happening. When those have committed suicide left behind notes, their notes said that I met him on the computer. But nobody else saw him on the computer. Quran was going to say, أَفَتَتَّخِذُونَهُ وَذُرِّيَّتَهُ. Have you made the devil and his children your friends? There are people who have made it. They are in the worst. They knew a battle is on, but they never knew who the enemy was. So they went to the enemy himself and said, when I'm going through the battlefield, what must I watch out for? For that person, the enemy was so happy that he never had to shoot this person. The man was going to shoot himself. This person was going to kill himself and the devil was going to smile. Allah Ta'ala in Quran speaks that He had made it so filthy for them that amongst them there were those who were ready to slaughter their own children for the devil. قَتْلَ أَوْلَادِهِمْ. They would kill their children and be thrilled about it. For them there was no need for Shaitan to shoot them. They were shooting themselves. It used to happen in non-Muslim circles. A time has come when in Muslim circles we find it. The second group is the group who is oblivious, who doesn't know the battle is on. Allah Ta'ala says, Ya Bani Adam, La yaftinannakum al-shaytan kama akhraja abawaykum min al-jannah. They do not become oblivious of the devil. He is the one who will pull your father and your mother out of paradise. Nabi Adam alayhi salam, before being pulled out, before being tricked, the exam of Adam alayhi salam was taken. Allama Adam al-asma'a kullaha. The knowledge of Adam alayhi salam, what he was taught. ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. The angels were told, do you know this, do you know this, do you know what it is? They said, we don't know. Adam alayhi salam said, this is this, this is this. The angels made sajda in front of him on account of the knowledge of Adam alayhi salam. Almighty Allah says, remember the devil, despite the knowledge of Nabi Adam alayhi salam, was able to put it in such a guise that Adam alayhi salam really felt that Iblis was his true friend. There was no warning that had come before that. Watch out. Why Allah Ta'ala mentioned this? That don't think Iblis and the devil and the shayateen is a small game. If they were so strong and so able to pull your parents out of paradise, they can pull you out of it. You can't be oblivious in this game. In the parks, in a wild park, a person who got an interest with animals, normally the biggest interest a person got is with the lion. Because the manner of its hunting is unique. So whoever enters a wild park, even if he sees the elephant, he's not bothered, he wants the lion. So the lion has left a unique message for mankind. The manner it hunts, and how it hunts, what it hunts. So the first thing is when a lion picks up, it's hungry, it will look at an entire herd of buffalo, of buck, whatever it wants. And in scanning the whole herd, it won't just go wild for anyone. It will look at which is the weakest. If it finds a mother with its cub, with the baby, it will understand that that mother, when it's going to run, it will be running also and its mind will be on its child. So it will not run as well as another one can run. It might pick up an animal is limping. It will understand that one if I go for, it will not be able to get out so fast like how another. First it picks its prey. The devil also picks his prey. He looks around. And the one that he finds oblivious, he finds him this is the target. The one who doesn't know the battle is on, the devil will come to him faster than the one who knew it's on. The one who says, A'udhu Billah with feeling, who reads, Qul A'udhu Bi Rabbil Falaq with feeling, the devil will not go so fast to that child, like how he will go to the child who doesn't even know there is a devil. When we were small, our parents taught us Iblis, the story of Shaitan. Today, because we're so busy, we feel like it's funny. How can I tell my son something called Iblis? He'll laugh and he'll say, Daddy, you believe this? So we stopped telling him there's something called Iblis. We told him there's gangsters, watch out. We told him there's drugs, watch out. Have we really told our children there is something called the devil? So the first thing the lion does, he scans. And the one that he finds is the best, that's his target. Iblis also and the army of Iblis scans. If he finds me, he finds you, he finds my wife, your wife, if he finds my child, your child, is totally oblivious of an attack, that child becomes the target. May Allah Ta'ala save us, we don't ever become the target. When that lion has picked its target, it does not make a dash. That lion is so unique that in the environment that it is in, its skin color and the grass, it just blends in. And suddenly the lion became part of the grass. If you saw that brown of the skin of the lion, a man can sometimes, while looking for a lion in the park, drive right past the lion. You won't see it. It looks like the grass. It moves in that environment where it becomes invisible. When Shaitan wants to launch his attack, he will never show himself. He will be in the environment so well that you will see everything but you won't see him. Today me and you see school, we see university, we see clubs, we see raves, we see it all. But for some reason in everything we don't see the devil himself. We never saw him. So the lion just blends in. Then when the lion starts getting closer, he becomes still. The third thing of the devil is like the lion. They got a lot of patience. If the animal whose the prey is far, that lion will be ready to wait for 3 to 4 hours. He's not going to jump. He will wait for the thing to come closer and closer. So he will just become still. He'll be ready. Shaitan, the devil, got a lot of patience. If he needs 10 years to catch you or your child, he'll wait for the 10 years. You will never see an immediate attack. So still. But the eye is only on one person. If me and you, how beautiful Quran said it. Allah Ta'ala said, let him not catch you like how he caught your father and pulled him out of paradise. Then Allah Ta'ala said, إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ وَقَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُمْ. Remember, he and his army are looking at you from angles that you have no idea about. The entire group of lions then spreads. It's not one lion that goes. Each one starts moving. They understand when that buck or that buffalo is going to be running this way, there's another group of lions that are going to come from that side. So the animal will be running towards them. When the shayateen spread out, they spread out in such a manner that you will come to us. You will run from one trap into another trap. The lion spreads out. The lion targets. Each lion looks at the other lion, but they still. Sometimes the lion understands when the wind will blow, it will blow the lion on the lion and it will blow a scent. The lion will pick up the direction of the wind, it will come from the other direction, against the wind. So even the wind doesn't give it away. So much they worry, the devil worries so much also. It comes from every direction where you never expected it. And then sometimes you will see the buck, the buffalo. it will start looking like this. It will put up its nose and start stuffing in the air. It can pick up something. And it starts looking around, but it sees nothing. Sometimes me and you become aware. Sometimes, when there's a movement in the grass, sometimes in our schools and universities a movement takes place. Sometimes something comes part of our education that makes all of us shocked. That, can you teach my child this? Everyone just looks. At that time again the lion goes still. Because everyone is looking. Sometimes the world picks up that this is the devil himself. But then the devil just sits. He waits again. And then everyone becomes calm. When everyone becomes calm, slowly he starts. It's step by step. But the day that that lion charges, and suddenly from every side lions and lionesses just start coming off. Then that poor animal, he sees so many running, but he's confused where to run. At that time when they jump on him, for me and you it's a thrill to see the catch. You say, I went to the park, I saw the catch. But for that poor lion, for that poor animal, and for the mother of that animal, it's no thrill at all. As that mother is running, it understands there's no way I can save my child. Similarly, in the world we live today, when that attack takes place, and when the devils jump on a person, and he has been grabbed into a world of vice and evil, a world of drugs, a world of crime, especially drugs. They say he's addicted to porn, he's addicted to drugs. At that time you'll see that mother crying, but she knows I can't save my son now, he's in the clutch of the devil. In the clutch. The only difference is that when the lion grabs that baby buffalo, or the baby buck, it goes for the neck, and he bites. As it starts sucking the blood of that, even if the mother turns around and looks, the mother says it's too late. But for me and you, as long as death has not come, even if we're in the clutch of the devil, Allah Tabaraka says, as long as death has not come, as long as the soul hasn't reached the throat, at that time if someone can realize that there is a devil, and maybe I'm in the clutch of the devil, and he's going for my throat, at that time also if man can say, oh Allah save me, even at that time he can come over. So over the next few days we will discuss ayat of Quran that explains to us what's the world around us, a devilish world, and why we must start seeing that world and warning our children, and why we must take protection. One of the greatest protections Quran came, which was the easiest, was قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. Read it, blow it over yourself. Say, I enter into the protection of you, O Allah. We need to enter into Allah's protection, because it's the only protection that the devil is scared of. When man walks in the protection of Allah, every shaitan moves aside, and he just walks. But if that protection is lifted, darkness just comes in, and it grabs. May Allah Tabaraka save us all. Inshallah, over the next few days, through the barakah of Quran, what is mentioned, may Allah make it part of our lives.